crochet video tutorials. Today we're going to crochet this adorable little no-sew crab. It's quite small if you make it with medium weight yarn, and it's the perfect size for keychains. You can also use thicker yarn to make a larger plush version if you'd like to. Follow along with the free written pattern on my blog, link in the description box below. If you'd like to support me as a pattern designer, there's a PDF pattern available to download as well. It's inexpensive, ad-free, printable, easy to read, and includes photo references. With that, you can also get a set of printable gift tags, perfect for Valentine's Day. What you'll need is some medium weight yarn or your yarn of choosing and a suitable hook to go with it so that you can crochet tight stitches. With my medium weight 4 yarn, I am using a 2.75mm crochet hook. I am also going to need some stuffing, just a tiny amount is all you need, and some 6mm safety eyes. You will need larger eyes if you're making a plush version. For this one here, that is larger, I used 9mm, let me see. Yep, for this one here that's larger, I used 9mm eyes. You'll also need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle, and that's that. Let's go ahead and learn how to crochet this little guy. Let's begin with round 1. For round 1, we are going to start with a magic ring. In the magic ring, insert 8 single crochets. That's my slip knot to start, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to pull the ring tight. And that concludes round 1. For round 2, we're going to increase all the way around. So starting in that first single crochet, I'm going to insert 2 single crochets for an increase. Here's my increase. Then in the next stitch, I'm also going to increase. In the next one as well, and all the way around. You should end with 16 single crochets in the round. After you finish round number 2, we're going to jump to round 3. For round 3, we're going to single crochet 3 and then increase, repeating that 4 times around. Here's what it'll look like. And I'm going to use the starting tail to kind of hold my place and put it at right before I start my first stitch. So let's do 3 single crochets. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to increase in the next stitch. Repeat that 3 more times. 1, 2, 3, and increase. Repeat that 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, increase. And the very last repetition here, 1, 2, and 3 single crochets, and an increase at the very end. Now that you've gone all the way around, we're going to start on round 4. In round 4, we're simply going to crochet all the way around with no increasing and no decreasing. So that's going to be 20 single crochets around. Now that you finish round number 4, we can go ahead and move on to the next part of the crab, which is making the legs and the claws. We're going to work only in the front loops of the entire round. So normally you would crochet into both loops like so, but the front loop is the one closer to you here. So we're going to work only in the front loops for this whole next round. Back loops back here will be crocheted with when we finish the legs and the claws. All right, so now, and I'm just going to use this yarn tail to track where my the start of the round is. You can use a stitch marker if you want. I'm going to work in the front loop here and make a slip stitch. Make another slip stitch. We're doing 2 slip stitches to start here. And now we're going to get ready to make 3 legs. We're going to first chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to slip stitch in each of these 3 stitches back, starting from the second chain from your hook. So in that second chain from the hook, make a slip stitch. In the next one, make a slip stitch. And in the last one, make a slip stitch, like so. Now we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch in the body. Again, I'm working only in the front loops. And that's that for 1 leg. We're going to make 2 more legs on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. Then we're going to slip stitch 3 back towards the body. 1 slip stitch. 2 and 3. Then slip stitch back into the front loop. And last leg, 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. Let's go ahead and slip stitch 3 back towards the body. 1, 2 and 3, and slip stitch into the next stitch in the body. And as you can see, we've got 3 little legs here. Let's go ahead and put a slip stitch in the next stitch. That's a tiny bit of space that we'll put in between the legs and the claws. And now for the claw, we're going to do the right claw. We're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting in that second chain from the hook, we're going to slip stitch and then slip stitch a second time. Now we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Then we're going to slip stitch into that second chain from the hook and slip stitch back into the starting chain that you made. There's only 2 more chains left before you reach the body, so slip stitch twice, like so. And then slip stitch back into the body. Here is the crab's little arm, as you can see, or sorry, not arm, the claw. And I have, now we're gonna go and make the front of the crab. It's supposed to take up 6 stitches, so we already did 1 slip stitch here. Now we're gonna do 5 more slip stitches. That's 1, oops, 1, 2, again, work only in those front loops. 3, 4, and 5. Counting that first slip stitch, it's now 6 slip stitches. And we're going to make the next claw. For the next claw, which is on the left side of the crab, we're going to start with 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, slip stitch into that second chain from the hook. And now chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in the second chain from the hook and slip stitch into that next chain as well. Now we're going to go back into the starting chains and slip stitch 2 times to get back to the body. And now slip stitch into the next stitch of the body here, like so. And now slip stitch one more time. Okay, and now we're going to repeat the instructions for the legs. They're made the same way as you did the first 3 legs. So just chain 4, slip stitch 3, starting from that second chain from the hook. And slip stitch back into the body, the next stitch in the body. And we're going to repeat that again. And slip stitching back into the body, last leg. There we go. That's that for the 3 legs. Now we're going to slip stitch in the last 3 stitches of this round. So into the body, we're going to slip stitch 1, 2, and 3. And as you can see, we've now made it back to the start of the round. So let me pull this out and tighten the circle. There we go. Okay, you've got your little crab's legs and claws all done. It's now time to work on the crab belly. You can also insert safety eyes now, but I'm actually going to add the eyes after I do one round of the belly because I think it'll be a little easier to do it at that point. So let's go ahead and continue. And if you want, you can switch yarn colors to make the body, the belly, I mean. You can make it a white if you'd like, or if you want to stick with the same color like orange or red, you're welcome to do so too. So if you switch colors, now would be the time to switch as you finish that last stitch and before you start on your new stitch. For the crab belly now, in this next round, we're going to crochet only in those unworked back loops. As you can see, when we worked in front loops only, that left behind all of these back loops that are poking out. See that there? Here's one. Here's another back loop. Here's another back loop. And they're all the way around. So we're only going to crochet in those back loops. And we're going to single crochet 3, decrease, single crochet 3, decrease, single crochet 3, decrease, single crochet 3, decrease. So that sequence is going to be repeated 4 times around. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to insert my hook into that first unworked back loop. Let me just catch where it is. Okay, so we're going to single crochet 3, 1, 2, 3, and then decrease. Let's do it again. Single crochet 3, decrease, single crochet 3, and single crochet 3, decrease. Alright, that's that for the first round of the belly. As you can see, we're closing up the body here. Now would be a good time to attach those eyes if you'd like to. I'm going to go ahead and grab some safety eyes now. Here I'm using 6mm eyes. You can use larger or smaller eyes if you'd like. And I'm inserting them between rounds 3 and 4. So counting from round 1, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So right between 3 and 4 here. And I am inserting them just at the corners where the claws are. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches apart. And you can go ahead and do the same if you'd like, or choose the location, the positioning you want, and secure them down. Once you have secured your crab's eyes, it's time to finish up the last round, which is simply going to be to decrease all the way around. So let's decrease around, and this time we're going to work normally in the stitch, so go through both loops, decrease. And when you decrease around, you'll have a total of 8 stitches at the end. Alright, once you finish with that last round, you can go ahead and fasten off with a long tail for sewing the opening later. We're going to first fasten off and then stuff the little body through that ending hole. Here's my crab's body all stuffed, and we can go ahead and finish by sewing the opening together. I like to do a running stitch in and out of the front loops. So here I'd go in a front loop, and then I would go out the next front loop. And I keep my yarn tail kind of lax until the very end, after I've gone through all of the loops. So here I've gone through all of those front loops in this round, and I'm going to pull the yarn tight to close up the hole. As you can see, that cinches it up nicely, and we've got a neat closing here. And let's just weave in the ends a few times. Alright, and when you are all done, you can go ahead and fasten off by snipping off that yarn end. And that's that for your tiny little crab. As you can see, this no-sew crab is quite fast to work up, and it makes a cute little keychain size actually if you use medium weight yarn. And you can have fun making them in all sorts of colors with different yarn weights, like so. You can even try making them with plush yarn for an even larger crab. Thank you so much for crocheting with me today. Hope you had a fun time crafting. Bye now.